Aquarians, Aquarian sun, moon, or rising. Hello, how are you? Welcome to your June 2019 reading. Can you believe that we are already halfway finished with the year? Ooh, Ten of Swords. Okay, so you guys are coming out of an ending of a situation and coming through beautifully in June. I feel like if this was your energy in May, like something ended and you were trying to let it go, in June it's let go of for real though. And you could be coming into some unexpected money, or you have property, houses, or you are beautifying your home or something. All right, really into your self-worth, self-knowledge. You're going to be gaining a lot of self-esteem and knowing your worth in June, which is probably why something came to an end, you know, that you were coming out of because you knew that you deserved better, maybe. Okay, yeah, you made a final judgment. All right. Okay, so in June, let's just lay out your cards. Aquarius, wow. The Knight of Cups, wow. The Emperor. The Four of Cups is behind you. The Five of Coins is in front of you, but you're still coming in as the Nine of Cups. So I wouldn't, yeah. It looks like somebody's going to be trying to get your attention who you're just not going to give attention to that anymore because it doesn't go anywhere. All right. But your final cards are the Queen of Coins with Temperance. Yeah, so I definitely feel like a twin flame is near, all right, because the cups are balanced by an angel and the water barrier is there. You could definitely be dealing with the Sagittarius or an earth sign, all right. So what I see, Aquarius, is, let me take a minute to see what I see here. For June, let's get some clarification. I think what's really standing out for me is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Remember, I've been talking to you guys about how our finances are just going to explode. If you thought they've been good, they're getting ready to get extraordinarily good. But there could be an unexpected bill or some type of project that may cost money. The Five of Coins is here. You see, I see that it looks like some of you could have decided to walk away from a situation that was leaving you out in the cold. And I see you accepting the finality of it. Like you're saying, at first you were in a lot of fantasy about a situation, but you got really clear about the fact that either you have left a missed opportunity or you have a missed opportunity with someone because they left you, okay? But I see you walking away from trying to engage in a situation where they're not responsive to you. And I feel like you're happy about that. Okay, and I feel like it really leaves you room to begin to expand your territory and roam around. It seems like you get something that you really want emotionally. And one of the things that I see you doing is like walking away from someone or something that's just kind of blasé about you, or maybe you try to offer love to someone and they weren't responsive. You are resolute with not getting re-engaged in that anymore. Okay, like you take control over your life. You take control. The Emperor, when he comes in a reading, he's taking control of things. So it looks like you take control of a heart matter and you move in a direction that's going to make you happy. And what makes you happy is kind of not giving your efforts to a situation where they weren't being responsive. It seems like they're going to be really angry about that. Okay, somebody's going to be really angry about that, right? But not because they love you, but because you were like maybe stroking their ego, giving them attention, and they, like they come across as a hard person of the heart, like they're hard in their heart. And it looks like Aquarius, you just, yeah, they got used. They're going to get angry. They're not just angry because they like your attention. No, this person is coming across as if they really do have strong feelings for you. And they just got used to the attention. But this is not just one person. This could be multiple people. Okay, this could even be families. I just see you withdrawing. And it's like you would rather be out in the cold and look for some warm shelter with someone, and that's exactly who you run into. So, but you would rather be out in the cold and look for somebody warm who's going to receive you, right? Who's going to maybe respond to your business ideas, who wants to build how you want to build, who's going to respond to your texts and phone calls, or respond to wanting to build something, right? So it looks like what happens is you get really clear that despite the fact that, I don't feel like you're really that in love with that person. The love might have been kind of, it's like you're not feeding it anymore, so it's kind of dwindling a little bit, right? And that's making you happy, because what happens is you take control over your heart and you decide, I'm no longer going to be treated in a way where if, somebody is unresponsive to me, maybe you met somebody online and maybe you kept like DMing them, or maybe you kept reaching out and they just maybe reached out sometimes. And I see anybody that kind of gave you some tiny energy in which they were not wholeheartedly a part of the connection, you're going to be leaving behind in June, and you're going to be kind of feeling left out in the cold for a while. Like I see you traveling to leave that behind, and it's hard, but your mind is made up and you're taking charge of your life and of your heart in June. It's like you might be saying, you know what, I waited enough. I've attempted enough times. And I see like as you move on in the cold without them, you're going to really feel a little stuck, because you could have cared about this person, but you're awfully happy. You're happy. So it's like some of you could be single. You could be kind of like walking away from someone who, or something where your whole needs were not getting met, or they were kind of blowing you off, or they were unresponsive, and you feel the pain of that and you feel the emptiness of that. But it's like in June you come into complete acceptance. Okay, and they don't like that. Okay, they come in really trying. This could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I see very strong placements of an Aries and a Taurus, but they come in like, wait a minute, what are you doing? I'm used to you, kissing my ass, or I'm used to you giving me what I want. But it seems like what I'm sensing here is, again, what this person is wanting more than anything is just your attention. They are not trying to build something. They're not trying to make this situation go someplace. They're not trying to, like, if you're blocked, they're not trying to unblock you. They're not trying to show you in the physical realm, okay, yeah, let's try this again. They may still have you blocked on their phone or blocked on social media. So you're like, okay, let me see what else is out there. And you run into the Queen of Pentacles. It's almost like through the tears and the letting go of, this person who keeps throwing you away or not really being responsive, by taking control of your life. Because this is what you want. You want a Hierophant situation where you guys are thinking about marriage and commitment. That's what you want. And it looks like that is exactly what you walk into. The Queen of Pentacles with the Temperance. This could be an earth sign, but I see this could be an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, or a Sagittarius. So what I see is you Stop being in fantasy about someone who maybe you even wanted to be married to and wanted to be the empress or the emperor for. You realize that maybe their feelings are not reciprocated, and you're like, okay, so you put your big drawers on, your big girl panties on, or your big boy drawers on, and you walk away. Right? When I say walk away, they may have already blocked you, or they may have already moved on, and you're like, I have no choice but to stop investing in this because they're not investing in me. So you have a hard time for a little while just feeling left out by that person, but you come to a very warm place. It's like you're happy. Maybe you didn't really want them to begin with. And maybe though they triggered some childhood issues like dependency issues, but not real love, right? I do feel though that a wish comes true in June. Some type of wish comes true around this person, but I feel them being very angry that you have the guts, the courage, and the power to move on. And I do feel like they do want something stable with you though, Aquarius, but you're not willing to be in something that's in the air anymore. Maybe at one time that's what you needed. You see, at one time you needed things to be in the air because of what you were going through, but now your life is stable and solid and together. You don't need in the air situations where energy is stalled and it's not going anywhere. So you take control of your life. You take your heart, you take your cup away from this person who is just stalling the energy. And they knew they had all kind of texts from you, phone calls from you, gifts from you, presents from you, and they just kept on ignoring you. So you take this cup and you get control of your life again, and you get very clear about wanting something grounded, and you move on in your life. In moving on in June, you're very hurt. This doesn't represent money at all. You're hurt that you had to leave behind someone that you invested so many cups in, right? But leave behind you do. You go through the coldness of it, and they may rush in and try and give you words, but it's like if you're not unblocked from their phone, if you're not unblocked from YouTube or what social media, if you can't see their Facebook page, they still got you blocked, then and you don't have a way to contact them, then it's best for you to keep it pushing, right? And they get angry at that. It's like, how are you angry? But they get angry at you moving on, but moving on is exactly what you do. And every day that you move on, you get happier and happier and happier. But I see you taking your heart away from whoever you used to give it to. And I see you moving towards your own personal goals of marriage and commitment. And it does look like with the Emperor and the Hierophant here, you did want to marry that person at one time, but they have neglected your advances. You take your heart and you really move on. Pentacles is not, just kind of a light way of moving on. It's like you move on physically, you move away spiritually, you take your heart back, you take your energy back from that person. I mean, like you really starve them, okay, of any type of connection with you, or they starve you. Whatever the case is, you're not turning back. See, your back is turned to this person who's just kind of blasé, and this could be vice versa, okay, because the energies are interchangeable. But you turn your back from, I would rather feel the cold and the emptiness and the loss and the grief of moving on than to stay in a situation where it's up in the air, it's stalled energy, it's not over, but it ain't moving on. So it's like you pack your shit and it's like, well, it's best that I get going. And I see every day you get happier and happier that you chose to walk away from this unfulfilling situation, okay? Because it just kind of seemed like maybe they said nice things or visit you once a week, but it never quite got down to commitment. Like the Knight of Cups runs into the Five of Coins, which needs are not getting met. There's some type of lack here, right? So you take your cup, you're like, I can do bad by myself. You realize your value. And you realize I don't have to be in a situation that's stalled. You know, if it's like if you have blotted me out of your life, or you have I don't know, like you stopped returning my calls, you blocked me, whatever, you called the shots and you said it was over. So, you know, this person is just saying, okay, I'll accept that now. I don't like it, but I'll accept it now. So as you accept it, you get happier and happier in manifesting what you truly want in a mate, right? You get stronger and stronger and stronger every single day as you leave somebody alone who is unresponsive to you. Like if you want to marry somebody, but you don't have their phone number, you need to be moving on because they don't want to be bothered with you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I see, you know, at first you had stalled energy, but in June, all that shit changes. And as a result of you moving on and letting that go, you walk right into a really sweet, warm, loving energy that's very receptive of you. And they want to build something with you. Okay? And this could be a friend. But whatever the case is, you don't feel left out in the cold and ignored. You don't feel like, you know, you're giving to someone who clearly has decided to move on. And in June, you accept it like a woman. And I don't see you going back either. I see you having peace. Some of you are going to have a deep level of peace and moderation about letting go of a situation that maybe at one time they did care about you, but you didn't see them that way. And then the tables turn and you see they're just not turning back. So in June, you really move into extreme financial independence. Your head is on your shoulders very solidly. And it's like, even if they came back in June, I think that your head is going to be on so solid that you're really not going to be caring about anything they say. It's like they say, I miss you. Am I unblocked? No. Well, we don't have anything to be talking about. You still got this shut down. So I feel like your head is going to be on very strong, and I really don't see you tripping at all. Like the Five of Coins is an influence card. If you had been stuck on someone, you get really unstuck and you move into profound acceptance. Especially if you're dealing with the Sagittarius. Your money looks good, your head is on straight, you are owning your own, you probably are buying a house, or for many of you with the Knight of Cups here, you walk into a committed relationship with someone who you were so much more a match with. And the Queen of Coins, she doesn't look back because she's too busy with building her home and getting herself together. But some of you are already together. But in June, you get ready for commitment for somebody who is not treating you the way that maybe it looks like a very strong water placement. Could be an Aries, right? But again, I do see tears. Don't get me wrong. I see tears. But every day I see you happier and happier. And I see them very mad. They're mad that you're moving on. They are mad that you're not sitting around feeding their ego and they not doing anything about it, but just getting their ego fed and not trying to be with you, not trying to build anything. Yeah, you take all that energy back and they can feel the cut. All right. Now let's take a look at how whoever your person is feeling about you for the month of December. We're going to take a look at how they're viewing you. We're going to take a look at how they are viewing you for the month of June. Why do I keep saying December? What's up with that? All right. So yeah, your person is mad that they can't control you anymore. They're mad that you're moving on. And I think they have been accustomed to you kind of being stuck on them. I don't see you being stuck on them anymore. I see the separation really hurting, but I see that by the end of June, you're going to get your right mind back about the situation. You're going to be asking yourself, did I want them anyway? You know what I mean? Like when I had a chance of being with them, I didn't, so maybe that's telling me something, right? It's like if abandonment issues, like my counselor always says, there's a difference between somebody missing you and somebody having abandonment issues, right? Because somebody has abandonment issues, they may think they miss you, but no, they just have attachment disorders. And when you walk away, those attachment disorders get out of whack, but that's not your problem. You know, if somebody is not aggressively, assertively demonstrating an interest through like being around you, dating you, contacting you, being with you, it's time to walk. And that's exactly what you do. And you do it very gracefully, and you do it and you get paid while you're doing it too. I don't feel you tripping at all. A little bit, but it's a influence. It's not a this is how you're coming in. It was like the influence that you're going to be feeling is left out in the cold from somebody. But it's the best thing to do, because you're getting ready to walk into the arms of somebody who's going to be so warm and so sweet. So walk away from something that's not working, really, okay? And let them go. Last thing, my counselor, she says, if somebody has demonstrated to you that they're not interested in your advances, who are you to keep making advances to them? They're telling you to leave them alone. Honor humanity. Leave them alone. You know? Not out of spite, but just like this is what you're wanting. All right, so this is how your person is going to be feeling about you, either the new person or the old person. All right. So there could be multiple energies. That's what I felt here. But it looks like you could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But they're going to be viewing you as somebody who is religious, right? Let me pull that out. Pull another one. Okay, engagement. So I'm going to keep that there, though. Okay, so how they're viewing you is somebody who they want to be engaged to. You could have made a stand, Aquarius. Like you may take a stand, and in taking that stand, you become very attractive to this person. So Aquarius, this person views you as somebody who is getting your distance from them, and who is prospering in their lives, who's also marriage material, and who, if in fact you are getting distance material, they see that they're getting their justice from their behavior. Okay? So somebody is viewing you in June as somebody who is giving them what they deserve. Like they feel like they want to reconcile with you, but they really see that you have taken the high road and removed yourself from them. It's really turning them on. And they are going to recognize your value and your worth, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, very strong presence of a Virgo, very strong presence of a Leo or a Taurus. They're going to recognize your value, and they're going to want to get married in June. All right, this could definitely be a Libra. So somebody wants to reconcile with you because initially there were factors that kept you guys apart, but it looks like in you standing up for yourself and moving on, either the new person that you meet is going to feel like you're marriage material, or somebody from your past wants to reconcile, because like you move on and they want to pull you back in. And this time when they pull you back in, it looks like they want to pull you back in for something solid. So it looks like standing your ground and is going to get you what you want. All right? All right, so Aquarians, I am going to finish this reading at Vimeo. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless. Oh, the extension. You guys, in the extension, I'm going to ask, what do they want to say to you? What is their next move going to be? How are they feeling about you moving on? And what is the outcome going to be for the month? All right, because half of you are moving on and meeting somebody new, and the other half, as a result of moving on, the person from the past comes back and starts acting right. All right, especially a Libra. Very strong possibility that we're dealing with a Libra, a Taurus, a Virgo. Okay. All right, Aquarians. Thank you for watching, and the link to the extension will be in the description box right underneath here, and also at the top of the comment section. Hope you enjoyed your reading. God bless.